7 News, staying on top of reports that Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown may be weighing an early exit from office.
Yeah, but if the mayor were to step down, we have now passed a significant deadline in the calendar that would impact what kind of election is used to replace him.
With that in mind, 7 News reporter Kristen Moran breaking down what would happen if Brown were to resign and the moves that are being made behind the scenes that point to a possible changing of the guard.
If Buffalo Mayor Byron Brown makes a career change, as many expect, it could happen soon. That would lead to a major shakeup in local politics.
It does seem that his interest in leaving City Hall is real, as we're told.
Sources close to 7 News political analyst Bob McCarthy and I say conversations are happening about Brown leaving office before his current term is up. Brown would make history by choosing to step down early. He's already serving an unprecedented 5th term in office. According to the city charter, should Brown leave, Common Council President Chris Scanlon would become acting mayor.
Are we hearing any potential time frame of when this could happen?
Most of the people that I have heard, and I believe the people that you have talked to also, are talking about maybe as early as late this month or September.
We just passed a significant deadline in this potential exit, August 5th. If Brown had announced his exit before then, there would have been a special election this November. With the 5th behind us, Brown wouldn't be permanently replaced until next year's general election, with Scanlon serving as acting mayor until the end of next year.
I don't think it's just a coincidence that this is happening like this. Mayor Brown and Council President Scanlon are very close, like this. That's after Chris Scanlon delivered South Buffalo in a really big way in the mayor's last election.
While this is playing out behind the scenes, sources have told me 2 of Scanlon's staffers have taken jobs with the mayor's administration. A city spokesperson confirmed one was hired in March, the other in April. But he says this isn't the first time council staffers have been hired by the administration. I reached out for a sit-down interview with Scanlon about all of this. Our schedules didn't align, but sent this statement instead. I am aware of the speculation surrounding the tenure of Mayor Brown. If that day comes, I will meet my responsibilities head on and serve the residents of the city of Buffalo to the best of my ability.
This is not all easy. The way, if this all turns out the way it looks to be turning out, Chris Scanlon has some tough days ahead of him as acting mayor.
As far as Brown's next steps, McCarthy and I have heard about the possibility of Brown taking a job with Western New York off-track betting,
which would be a very top-level job, running that entire operation, which might be a good way for him to look at post-retirement as far as pension.
OTB's president and CEO Henry Watazik and 2 top executives are being bought out of their contracts and will be leaving by the end of the year, paving the way for new faces to join the public gambling agency.
There has been an application process for the OTB position. Let's keep our eyes on what happens in Batavia at the headquarters of OTB for the Western region and see what happens, and that may dictate a lot of what happens politically in the city of Buffalo.
Kristen Moran, 7 News.